Welcome. This week I want to speak to you from Deuteronomy 29 verse 4. To this day the Lord has not given you a heart to know, nor eyes to see, nor ears to hear. After 40 years of leading the people of Israel in the wilderness, Moses now gives them a very sobering reason why they cannot enter the promised land. Now Moses first starts out by declaring the way God has been leading them, the signs and wonders that God performed before them throughout the journey. But the reason that they did not walk into their promise, because the Lord did not give them a heart to understand, nor eyes to see, nor a ear to hear. And you cannot blame the Lord for this. You cannot blame the Lord for their senselessness. You cannot blame the Lord for the lust of their flesh. And you cannot blame the Lord for their unbelief. Because if through their journey, if they had inquired their Lord, He would have given them grace. He would have given them the seeing eye. He would have given them the hearing ear. He would have given them a heart that understands. Because He is a covenant-keeping God. He walked with them in covenant. And if God did so many signs and wonders, He would have given them grace. And as much as God keeps covenant with them, He keeps covenant with us. Because, people of God, you can be part of an amazing church that is alive in the Spirit. You can have the most anointed prophet who can talk to God as a man speaks to his friend, lead you through your journey. And in this church, you can witness yourself receiving breakthrough after breakthrough. You can witness those around you receiving breakthrough with the way the Spirit of God moves. But the true test of maturity is not the fact that you're in the right church or the fact that you know this anointed person or some anointed minister of God who can utter a word of prayer and cause you to receive breakthrough. The true test of maturity is if you have eyes to see, is if you have ears to hear, and if you have heart to understand God. The true test of your maturity is at the level of your pursuit of Jesus. Now, people of God, at what point does our pursuit of God wane down? Do we just go from pursuing breakthrough after breakthrough, and once we receive the breakthrough, we're just content and we just stop in our pursuit of Jesus? If you're part of a ministry that is led by the Spirit, or if you're led by an anointed minister that brings you a now word every week, I'm very happy for you. But is there a point where you just ride on the grace you receive every week from that place, from that source, and not take time to pursue Jesus on your own, individually in relationship with Him? We have to sit down and ask ourselves, have we grown this year? Have we grown in grace? Have we grown in love? Have we grown in our knowledge of Jesus? Now, what stood out to me from this entire incident of studying the Israelites was the Israelites had the wealth of Egypt. They walked in such a dimension where they received bread that was not earthly. They received water miraculously from a rock. Yet the one thing they needed to enter the promised land, they did not have. They did not have grace. They did not have eyes to see or ears to hear or a heart that understood God. Now, we might not be looking out for a promised land, but we wait for the promise of His coming. If anyone has eyes to see or ears to hear, they will recognize the sign of the times. The question now is, are we prepared? When He comes on earth, will the Son of God find faith? Will He find people who are diligently pursuing Him, longing for His return? Will He find people who have received the grace to have eyes to see, to have ears to hear, and a heart that understands that these are the days of His visitation? May we have grace, and may we receive grace in a time where grace can be received. Take time to be with Jesus. Take time to know Him. Dedicate yourself to be with Him this week. Until I see you again, God bless.